Welcome to the Sportscast, January 3rd, 2019. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Periscope, and iTunes. And if you're in iTunes, please leave a rating and a review. It'll help us out tremendously. Oregon finished off the season very strong, beating Michigan State 7-6, stringing a strong signal from Justin Herbert, hey, I'll be back stronger next year. And to talk to us a little bit about what happened at the Red Box Bowl, Mr. Tyler Turner. Welcome to the Sportscast.
What's up, man? Hey, your thing's cutting out a little bit.
Oh, I am? Okay.
Yeah, your signal's cutting out. It's kind of like going in and out.
Okay, no, it's fine. So what are your thoughts about the Oregon game?
I can't hear you. Your thing's cutting in and out.
Oh, wow. I guess the connection is not good.
What did you ask me?
What were your thoughts about the Oregon game?
It was okay. It was not an exciting game to watch. It was a lot of defense. Michigan State probably, if I'm gonna look at it from a holistic approach, probably outplayed actually Oregon. Meaning Michigan State drove the ball inside Oregon's Oregon territory several times. You know, they had that one turnover. They were inside the red zone. The guy ended up making a bad decision. Malarkey and throwing the one pass. Kevin Holland, freshman safety, intercepted it. They also once got in the red zone, went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. They also missed a field goal. They also, another time, were attempting a field goal. There was a bad snap, and they ended up not converting. So Michigan State probably, if you look at it from just like a stats perspective, and you look at the game in its entirety, I would actually say Michigan State played better than Oregon, but Oregon won, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters is who wins. Or at least as far as like the record wins-loss. It was a bowl game, so it's the last game of the season for both teams. It ended up being a 9-4 first season for Mario Cristobal, which is, I would say, I know I made my outrage. Hey guys, I know I made an outrageous prediction at the beginning of the year, and I said I thought Oregon was going to make playoffs, but honestly, that was not realistic. No. Whether it be the talent on the roster, the lack of depth, the fact it was a third coach in 3 seasons, it's just not going to happen. So, realistically, they were a 8-5 at the worst to 10-3, maybe 11-2 team. So 9-4, I would consider a fairly good season. Not great, but fairly good. But at the end of the day, it was a weak schedule, weaker conference, and a decent amount of talent on the roster, especially at the quarterback position. So I would say 9-4 was a B season.
How optimistic are you for Oregon for next year?
Hey, by the way, you're not having trouble hearing me because my kid's back then, are you?
No, it's okay. It's fun.
Can you hear them?
Yes.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, but it's just background noise.
Yeah.
So
go ahead. What'd you say?
Oh yeah. So what are your are you feeling optimistic for next year for Oregon?
Well, what do you think?
Elaborate.
I'm gonna ask you that question. No, what do you think? You think I should be optimistic or not?
You should be. I know Herbert is going to come back stronger, more mature, and I think a few of their good players are coming back as well.
Oh, yeah. So as of right now, we are returning 10 of 11 starters on offense, and for sure 7 of 11 on defense. If Troy Dye comes back, he's still not decided if he's going to the draft or not. It would be 8 of 11. So you're returning in its entirety 18 of 22 starters. You're returning back a first-round quarterback, a guy who is a projected top 10 pick. He will be probably the best quarterback coming into next season in the Pac-12. You're returning all your offensive line, and you had 4 of those guys were honorable mention, first or second team all-conference by one of the media sources, whether it be PFF, coaches, all-conference teams, or the media all-conference teams. And then you're also returning almost all of your 2D on the defensive line, and pretty much you're starting secondary, especially your 2 corners. So when you break that down, and you signed the top 10 class, and also, hey, can you hold on 1 second?
Okay, no problem. Sorry, guys. We're going through technical difficulties, but we're talking about Oregon and their future, and I think it's looking good. Herbert is coming back, and a lot of their defense is coming back. So
okay, I'm back.
Please let us know.
I'm back. Okay. Yeah, it's a little more difficult today. Sorry. Because I can't hear when I'm talking. I have kids screaming in my ear. I literally cannot think properly. So just so you know. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I would say yes. We're probably going to. You saw the Athlon poll, and you're going to see a bunch of way too early. You're going to see a way too early by probably the Athletic, way too early by ESPN, way too early by SI.com. Well, we already have our first way too early by Athlon Sports, and Oregon was 12. I think they're going to probably fall 10 to 15 almost every way too early, probably post-spring. And then when you have the preseason AP, just as long as there's not horrible attrition and you return, the most part, everyone along with a top 10 class from this year. You also had a top 15 class last year, so 2 talented classes. I'm expecting Oregon to be 10 to 15 range to start next season. So, yeah, I'd say 12 is a pretty good median.
Speaking about players, Helen Mitchell will finish his career at Oregon as the record holder for the most yards in a single season. On Wednesday, he announced he will leave Oregon and pursue the NFL draft. You think he's ready?
Yeah, he's as ready as he's going to be. I mean, he had a great season. He had 75 catches for, 1,183 yards or something. I don't know, it was like 10 touchdowns. Your other 3 leading receivers are all coming back combined at 76 catches. Sophomore Jalen Redd, junior Brennan Schooler, and sophomore Johnny Johnson III. So, I think he made a pretty good decision. I don't think his stock was going to go up that much. I also think there's enough talent coming in next year, and a couple of the guys that redshirted this year that I think are going to be productive in the wide receiving core, that I think Mitchell's numbers would have gone down next year. I don't think he would have had near as good numbers. And I think he is what he is. He's a 6'1" guy. He's probably an NFL slot receiver. He has good short area quickness. He's tough he gets good separation. He also can return. He's a punt returner. He doesn't have great top end speed. He's really consistent catching the ball sometimes, as you saw in the bowl game. Did you see the bowl game, Oregon?
I did not see it.
Oh, wow. You would have seen a lot of drop passes, including by Dylan Mitchell. But yeah, and he did. Dylan Mitchell probably that's one knock I'd have against him. Is he sometimes is just inconsistent catching the ball. As much as he made 75 catches, he probably also had about 10 to 12 drops. So I have a thing about when you are given a Division I scholarship to do one thing, and that's to catch a football, and you drop like the one receiver, Johnny Johnson III, returns next year, had 17 catches on the year and 10 drops. That's terrible.
That's terrible.
I mean, he dropped about 40% almost of his passes. I mean, it's just like you have one job. My gosh. So I have a big time. If a receiver drops passes, I'm not used to yeah, I think Dylan Mitchell, he'll probably end up being, I'm going to say, 5th or 6th round draft pick.
Not bad. In other college football news, Miami Hurricanes, due to the Mark Richt retirement, hired Manny Diaz, and there were rumors that Cristobal was an option, but were not willing to pay out or to buy out his contract from Oregon. What were your thoughts about Canes hiring?
Well, okay. the fact that he was an option is probably, I would say, there's probably a lot of objectivism behind that, meaning he's a former alum. He's a great recruiter. His main recruiting base was when he was at Alabama as its recruiting coordinator with South Florida. You're going to bring in a guy who's young, he's energetic, he's a great recruiter. I think that it's pretty much known that Mario Cristobal is one of the top 3 options. He's an alum. I mean, he played for Miami. He was a graduate coach under Bush Davis. I mean, he was going to be an option. So I think they reached out to him, and what I've heard, at least through some sourcing within Oregon, it sounded like they did reach out to him the week before. They said Rick was going to retire. Would he be interested? And according to the report, he said no. I don't think it had anything to do with the buyout. And I don't buy the buyout either for Miami, because Miami bought Manny Diaz out for $4 million. And yeah, guarantee $10 million is more, granted. But I think at the end of the day, I think Mario Cristobal is very much a man of his word. He just signed a bunch of guys, 22 guys exact, signed an early signing period to play for his program. He has only been here a year. He also, this team, Oregon Ducks, just had Willie Taggart leave after 1 year. So between all of that, I think Mario Cristobal decided that right now is not the right time for him to leave.
And it shows the commitment with Cristobal.
Yeah, I don't think it had anything to do with the buyout. I just don't think Mario Cristobal is going to leave right now.
What's your thoughts about the Orange Bowl between Alabama and Oklahoma?
I don't really have much thoughts on it. I mean, I guess it kind of went like I thought it would. Oklahoma had no defense. They were literally just like Tua was throwing to open guys all night long. I mean, I think they did that 10-yard slant route like sometimes like 6 plays in a row for touchdowns. They didn't get any pressure on him. It was just a very easy game for the offense. Oklahoma is who they are. They have a good offense. That CeeDee Lamb was just incredible. He made a ton of great plays. That guy's going to be a All-American future NFL guy. But Kyler Murray's obviously a walking video game. But that being said, it's one comment on Kyler Murray. Remember, just for the record, people, Santiago that morning said that he thought that Kyler Murray was going to be the number 1 pick in the NFL draft.
I did say that.
Where did you get that?
I was reading some articles. Some scouts were talking about he could potentially be up there.
For the number 1 pick in the draft. What scout said it?
I think a scout from the NFC. I didn't get the name, but someone from the NFC did say that.
You're going to have to give me the exact name and team.
I will try to figure that one out. Yeah.
You know that I am all over the internet. I also definitely love to search like blogs and like scouting and analysts. I have not seen one place that said that Kyler Murray is going to be the first pick of the draft. I saw a couple places that said that he would be drafted. I saw places where they thought the fact that he could come in as an athlete because of his athletic ability, he's a guy that could play in the NFL. I agree with that. I think that Kyler Murray. Do I think Kyler Murray would be a good NFL quarterback? No, I do not. And that was one thing I noticed. Because Alabama has NFL defensive linemen, you saw that, that tall, when he stood in the pocket, when he was in the pocket, his pass was completely off, or he was getting his passes batted down. Like, he could not complete really a pass from the pocket. All his plays were made scrambling to the left, scrambling to the right, stepping up. That's where all his plays were made. And that is the problem. In the NFL, they are all defensive linemen.
And Tyler is gone. You still there, Tyler?
In the way, and a spot to have trouble seeing over that. And you can't just scramble around athletes are in the NFL, so therefore they're going to catch him. He's also going to get hurt. You're eventually going to get hurt scrambling like 20. Look at like the great scramblers. Look at Robert Griffin III. How long did he last? 1-2 years. Michael Vick had a pretty short career with a lot of injuries.
Menzel.
And these are some amazing scramblers. Yeah. Like anyone who is known for their scrambling ability, when they got to the NFL, they find themselves getting hurt a lot. And that would happen with Kyler Murray. He's small too. So not only is he a scrambler, he's a small guy, so he would get hurt. Stand in the pocket, he just would not be able to. He would be he'd have trouble. He'd get passes knocked down, probably like 3-4 a game. So no, I don't think he's an NFL quarterback, and therefore he's coming into NFL as like a punt returner, maybe a slot receiver, and you just don't know. He's never really played that. Never played it in high school. Never played it in college. So how good would he be? I think his best move is go make millions of baseball. He's going to be a great baseball player. He's going to be a great center fielder. He's going to steal a lot of bases. He's going to be a great leadoff guy. I mean, go play baseball. I think he's going to be I think the guy's going to develop into an all-star baseball player. Instead of being in an out-of-position, maybe something he's not used to in the NFL, if he wants to try that, fine. But as an NFL quarterback, if they think that, they're stupid.
If he did enter the NFL draft, where would he land? I mean, what round would he get picked?
Probably like middle of the round, and like once again, I think it'd be as an athlete. I think it'd be middle. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not even close to like. Now Haskins Dwayne Haskins declared yet?
No, there's no word yet from him.
Okay. Well, he's the first pick if he declares, so I hope he does.
Yeah, there is a short quarterback pool this year, apparently.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably only really for 3 first-round guys. And Drew Lock, I don't know, I saw him again. I don't know if I buy him as a first-round guy. I think it's a little bit of a reach.
He'll be a good backup quarterback.
What's funny about that?
Well, there were some fans that liked Drew Lock on the show, so I was thinking about them when you said that.
Oh, who likes Drew Lock?
There are a few fans that watch the show that like him, that asked you about him, but I don't know their names specifically. But
oh, okay, yeah, like I'd like someone to explain to me how he's going to be a future franchise quarterback. I mean, I just haven't seen it. I saw him play 3-4 times this year, and he's an inconsistent passer. He's not very accurate. He does move pretty well. He's a pretty athletic guy. He does have a big arm. Hey guys, I literally cannot hear myself.
Yes, you can.
He's a good athlete. He's a big arm. He's a pretty big guy, but he's not very accurate. I just think there's I don't know. He's a guy. Do I think he gets picked in the first round? Yeah, I do, because I don't think there's that many good. Like, I don't think Drew Block's the first round quarterback, but he gets drafted in the first round. I don't even know if Daniel Jones is, but I do like Daniel Jones better than Block. I think he's a little more accurate. He also has some good size, good mobility, but he's definitely going to land in the first round. Do I think he's a first round pick some years? No. Yeah, I think Dwayne Haskins is the only guy, and I don't love Haskins. I do not love Haskins. I don't think he's extremely mobile.
How about Will Greer?
No. He's not a first-round quarterback. If he gets drafted in the first round, he's way overdrafted. Good college quarterback, but no. Not a super strong arm, undersized. He's mobile, but he's not really even that ridiculously mobile. He's a good college quarterback. That guy's not he's a backup quarterback for life in the NFL.
How about Shea Patterson?
To be honest with you. He's not going to the NFL draft.
Okay.
Shea Patterson's not going to the NFL.
Period. Well, anyways, due to your time, anything else before game predictions?
What do you say? Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Well, it's all NFL now, but Colts at the Texans.
I would say the Colts, Texans. I'm gonna go Texans at home.
The Seahawks at the Cowboys.
Seahawks play pretty good. I don't trust Cowboys in the playoffs. I'm gonna say Seahawks.
The Chargers at the Ravens. Big game.